Morning again, guys. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Alan Murray, one of you guys, sent me a link to an article this morning that he had found, and it's kind of interesting. We've talked about HARP in the past, and, like I said, I'm not overly knowledgeable about it, and there's a lot of people that said, oh yeah, this is absolutely true. And there's other people saying, oh, this is absolute bullshit. Okay. And like I said, I'm not knowledgeable about it. So I really had no opinion. Okay. Because I just don't know. And I'm never going to claim I do know something when I don't. But he sent me this article and I thought it was kind of interesting. And it, I will say, sways my opinion, okay? And I'll link the article below so you guys can read it. But if y'all are familiar with Dubai, okay? Dubai is in the Middle East, and, middle of the desert, okay, Arab country, and it gets really hot there, to the point of temperatures are regularly above 120 degrees. And I thought Vegas was bad when I had to deal with the week at 117. I could not imagine a regular temperature of 120 plus. Okay, so. But you can imagine being in the desert, they don't get a whole lot of rain. And, got to deal with the heat and everything like that. Well, the article he sent me shows monsoon-like rainpours, downpours on a highway here. Okay. And National Weather Service put out footage of this. Well, here's the thing where what they're saying they've done is a form of cloud seeding. Okay. Now, different than what we've all heard about chemtrails and all this sort of stuff where they're putting stuff in passenger jets and flying over, and we're getting these crisscross patterns. Like I said, that I'm not going to make a case one way or the other because, like I said, some of you guys have said it's absolutely true and other guys have said it's absolute bullshit. All right, but this one seems to make a whole lot more sense. They are using drones. Okay, now I'm assuming it's not your little propeller drones that you go buy at the toy store or whatever it is. I'm assuming these are bigger drones, something along the military size-wise, small airplane size. But they are not seeding the clouds with chemicals. They're seeding them with an electrical charge. Okay? Now, the funnier part about this is Dubai, okay, Middle East country, you don't hear much about Dubai. They're, for the most part, politically immaterial. Okay, they don't get into all the Sunni Shiite crap and everything like that, and wars and terrorism and everything like that. Dubai is just a very, very, very wealthy country. Okay, so where did this come from? Oh, well, the surprising part is the research and the obvious creation of this was done by professors at the University of Reading in England. Okay, so the British are the ones that know how to do this. Now, last time I checked, Great Britain is a staunch ally of the United States. Okay, the man in charge of this, Martin Ambaum, okay, has basically done an interview with the BBC telling everybody that the UAE has enough clouds to create conditions that are good for rain, okay? So what this does by putting electricity in the clouds is it causes the water droplets in the clouds, because that's what clouds are, is water, okay, water vapor, to merge when they receive an electrical pulse. And then, of course, when they get big enough, they fall as rain, okay? Like I said, the cool part about this is that it's not using chemicals. So hence the chemtrail part is a little different. Now, the interesting thing is, like I said, UAE is a very, rich country, okay? Uh, and they've invested $15 million in 9 different rainmaking projects in 2017. $15 million. Remember what I told you yesterday about all this climate change bullshit that's being passed off as an infrastructure bill is $4.1 trillion. Okay, $15 million. I mean, that's pocket change for Washington. Okay, hell, Nancy Pelosi's husband makes that in one crooked stock trade. So, no big deal there. So my question being is this: if it's this inexpensive, and it was done by pretty much our greatest ally in Great Britain almost 5 years ago, we have this huge monster drought going on basically in the western half of the country, where a good portion of our food is grown, right? We hear stories every day. California's out of water. The vegetable crop's going to be down 2/3. The fruit crop's going to be down 1/3. Go through the breadbasket. The plain states. There's no water. Corn prices are going through the roof. Why is it that the United States can't invest, let's say $150 million, still drop in a bucket, to do the same thing here without chemicals and to produce more food? Could it be something we all know about? Gee, the reason we're not going to do that one is because nobody makes any money on it. We need the chemical companies to make money. So we don't want to do something that's not going to use chemicals. Does it sound like anything else we might know about? But is this another way of trying to train the public to not eat what we normally eat? Okay, he who controls the food controls the people. Remember, Henry Kissinger. This is something to look at, guys. Obviously, the technology's out there, and obviously it works. Okay, and now I'm not saying, UAE, Dubai, we're talking Rhode Island size here. All right, we're not talking Great Plains size. We're not talking California size. Okay, but if something works once, economies of scale, ramp it up. Okay, if one drone is enough to make clouds, or make it rain, what would 10 do? Okay, now granted, you have to have clouds come over and everything like that, but I'm guessing there are cloudy days in California. Hell, ever been to San Francisco? You're lucky if you find a sunny day, let alone cloudy days are every day. Go up Seattle. Oh, I don't know. The city that it's perpetual rain isn't raining. Okay, think there might be clouds probably. All right, so that's kind of the thing. Is this something else that our government is not doing because it would benefit the people? Start putting things together here, guys. We know the deal with beef. We know the deal with pork. We've seen the deal with chicken. Well, why? Because they want to get us off of animal proteins and put us onto plant proteins, okay? But, then you get what plant proteins? Well, let's get bug proteins and all this sort of stuff. So if they can reduce the ability of us to eat meat, to eat strawberries, corn, spinach, whatever it would be, because it can't be grown because, oh my God, there's no water. You got to eat something, right? And so now again, it comes into money. Well, gee, all of us here, we own all the bug protein. We own all the Beyond Meat, the whatever other crap that they're trying to push out there is. But, I'll leave you on this thought, okay? Think about this with the drought. If the technology exists to make it rain, can't you reverse engineer the technology to make it so it doesn't rain? Just something to think about. Pinball out.